So you've got a business idea, but for whatever reason, you're sitting on it, stuck and not moving forward. Well, I'm about to light a fire under you because in this video, I'm going to share one of my clients' stories and how she went from $0 to $12,000 in her bank account in just 30 days and how you can do it too. Hi there, I'm Alli, and I help entrepreneurs elevate their brand and online presence so that they can connect with their audience quickly and confidently, and then they can make money inside of their business with ease. And I'm sure you've seen promises all over the internet about how you can make money quickly, but I want to assure you this is not some get-rich-quick scheme that I'm about to share with you, but rather a case study of one of my clients who had a great idea and a solution to a problem that many people needed. Not only was she able to make a lot of money when she went from having no business to spending an hour a day for 30 days and then launching her business, but during that process, she built a repeatable system so that she could do it again and again. Let me rewind for a second because you might be thinking that this client of mine has a completely different life situation than you may have. And while that's true, we all have different stories. You might be a lot more like her than you think. She's a wife and she's a mother to 3 school-age kids. And when she came up with her business idea, she didn't have a job. But what she did have was an idea that fulfilled a need. So here's her story. One of the things that she and her husband love to do is garden. And it's really important to them that they were feeding their kids fresh organic food, which, as you know, can be ridiculously expensive to do, especially when you have a family of 5. So what they did, because they loved gardening, was took their entire backyard and their front yard and turned them into gardens, vegetable gardens, and some fruit trees. And they also had a chicken coop so that they could have farm fresh eggs. They didn't have a bunch of acreage either. They lived in a suburban community with neighbors all around them. So as you can imagine, in a small community, people noticed. People started asking questions. They wanted to know how they were doing it, how they were keeping their garden going all year round so that they could continually be producing fresh fruits and vegetables for their family to eat. All of these questions planted a seed inside of my client's head. Yes, pun intended there. And her business idea was born. She saw a gap in the market that she and her husband could fill based on using their knowledge. They had this know-how that people were wanting, and they decided to create an offer to give it to them. So what they did was created a year-long membership to teach people how they could also grow a garden year-round, and they named their membership Grow the Food You Love. Once you know what you'll offer, the next step is to actually build the business, right? And in this stage, there can be a lot of questions and concerns. For example, my client, she didn't have much time and she had no tech experience, and she also didn't have the budget to hire other people to do it for her. That's when she found my simple business launch method, where I teach how to simply but strategically get your business up and running in as little as 30 days using easy to follow daily tasks. As I said, she was busy, as I'm sure you are, and she really didn't know how she was going to fit building a business into her schedule. But when she looked at things closely, she realized her family was watching a show every evening that she really wasn't that into. Maybe she could just pull out her laptop and be in the same room and spend that hour working on her daily task. So that's what she did. She carved out that time every day where she could sit in the same room with her family that was involved in an activity, and she could get her daily task done. The first thing she did was the basics, like getting her domain name and her business email address set up. Then she moved right into planning a pre-launch strategy so that she was building and warming up an audience while she was building her business. This is a very important part of the process that I teach, because if you skip this step, no one's going to be there ready to buy when you launch, meaning it's going to take that much longer to bring in income and that much longer to start being able to pay yourself. And that's no good. With her pre-launch strategy, she was building an email list that she could sell to when she launched. And so while she's growing her audience, she's behind the scenes building her business. She created her brand, she wrote all of her copy, and she built her website. She didn't need some really big, elaborate website either. All she needed was a strategically planned one-page website that aligned with what her audience needed and was searching for. And I'm so happy to tell you that when she opened her doors to her membership, she enrolled 24 founding members, resulting in $12,000. And that was just her first launch. This is one of the greatest benefits of building your business with your own hands. When she went to launch again, she was able to repeat the process because she knew how to do it herself. When she was further along and did decide to expand her website with more pages and a blog, she was able to do it herself. She didn't have to wait to get on a designer's schedule, and she didn't have to pay for every little change she needed to make along the way. And I'm so proud to let you know that she made all of this happen using only free tools. And because these are the results I want for you too, I'm super excited to share that I'm going to be hosting a free live training on April 26th so that you can learn how to launch your business or your next offer and convert your browsers to buyers in 30 days or less. You're not going to want to miss this training, so grab the link from the description box below or head over to dowelldesignstudio.com/training to grab your spot.